Let's sit a little lower. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. I'm just putting my earrings on. I am at the gas station, loading up on gas and getting ready to go get some supplies because I've got a lot of projects I need to try to get done. Um, Working on a doggy vest and stuff like that. And there we go. That looks a lot better. Face is a little dry, but I'll put some lotion on it like when I get to where I'm going. All right, let's get on the red and go so we can talk. So, I just watched last night You'll Never Eat Alone. And I don't know if I've talked about You'll Never Eat Alone before because I can honestly say I don't really understand. I don't really understand it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because I think each and every person on the planet eats alone unless it's somebody who's with special needs who has to be fed or babies that have to be fed. So that makes a lot more sense to me. I don't understand the concept of it, but it's centered around this character who's in school named Dio. We can just say Dew for like DEW, like Mountain Dew, but it's Dio with DIEW. Dio. That's how they say. Oh, Dio. And so Dio is very close to his family, and his family looks like they're busy running a business or they're off doing their thing. And I can't see because of this mofo just trying to wave at me. Like, I don't want to say hi to you. I'm not interested in you. Fucker. People are crazy. And so, anyway, Dio's very close to his family, and he has to go to school. And I'm assuming he's in a university. He looks like they're in a university or middle, like a college. And anyway, it focuses so much on him and his eating habits. And every time he tries to eat food, he can't eat because he feels like he needs someone to eat with. So I think like he has separation anxiety from his family, but they're not saying that. And so it's not making a whole lot of sense. But he has made a friend by the name of Mix, Mix, Mix. And Mix is very handsome, and he befriends Dio because he feels like he can't eat alone either. And so he has an issue eating alone, but it doesn't ever show him having issues. It always features Dio like going crazy. And so Dio also has two other friends. This one, his name is Porsche, like the car. And the other guy, I forget his name, but they're always together. And they're always playing jokes and pranking him and doing all kind of crazy things. But when Dio starts to act out that he can't eat alone, they get very concerned. And so I'm just fast forwarding to this last episode. I think it was episode 8 that I watched. They were talking about him like, one was watching a scary movie, the one I don't remember his name, and the other guy, Porsche, was like, he's the one that's really worried about Dio, and he tells his friend like, hey, we need to do something about Dio because he's really needs to see a psychiatrist. Like, this is crazy. Why? I've never heard of anybody who can't eat alone. Like, the one's telling the other friend, and the other friend's like, I'm just sick of this shit. And so, as soon as they're saying that, of course, Dio overheard them. He had made lunch for them, a special lunch that's like was his family's secret recipe, sandwiches and stuff like that. In them these cute little boxes and everything. And somebody's messaging me, sorry. And so he tells them like, oh, am I real? Is it really that bad? Like, am I really that? He goes, well, anyway, here's your lunch. So he goes off, and he's pissed that they've said, that about him because they're supposed to be his friends. And he takes the food that he had, his breakfast or whatever, and feeds it to the dog. So he goes to class and he doesn't have anything to eat. He's sitting there sulking and going on like he can barely function and everything because he hadn't had anything to eat and his body just like starving because he won't eat unless somebody eats with him. So he ends up passing out in class right as the class ended. He was getting ready to get up and go to wherever he was going to go. He put his little backpack on and he collapsed right on the floor. Boom. And then so while he was out, he has this like self inner conflict going on where he's in this inner realm where he's like in a dream state. So his two friends that he had a little confrontation with, they're kind of like ignoring him and they're calling, I think one of them called him stupid or something like that, like in the dream state. And they were all in slow motion. And he was like, I'm not, I'm not, stupid, or I'm not exactly his wording, repeating whatever they said to him. Like, I'm not. You're supposed to be my friends. I'm not. Then when he came to, he was in the hospital, and of course his two friends were sitting right beside him, and the nurse comes out and she's like, well, he hasn't had anything to eat. And so they look at him and they're like, you didn't eat, they saw him with the lunch because he had given them lunch. And so they're like, do you want to go eat something? Like, please tell us if you don't have anything to eat, we'll go get you some food, like don't do that again or whatever. So they were kind of like scolding him in a very kind way and trying to show that they are concerned about him regardless of, what he overheard earlier. Because like he just would, if you don't eat with somebody, he's just not going to eat. Like he can't make, like he has some sort of thing going on. So then the storyline goes on to they were going to go eat with him, and they realized that they had their swimming mesh or swimming practice that they forgot that they have to attend. So of course they couldn't go eat with him. So they asked him to call Mix, which is this friend of his that has that he can't eat alone either. And so they meet up in this very beautiful kind of cityscape with a big Ferris wheel and all of these like retail shops, like a and they're sitting out on a park bench and they're just having this whole conversation around, their phobia of eating alone. And, I can't really go into all of that because it was a bit much and a bit wordy. But it basically was like they couldn't explain why they were like the way that they were, but they weren't like a freak or they weren't something's happened. There's like a whole pileup on the freeway, like all the traffic is stopped. So I'm assuming that there was an accident somewhere on the chain. Yikes. Glad I'm not on that side of the freeway. And so anyway, I hate this because these people don't read these lines very well. So anyway, I was just trying to get over, bitch. Well, you should have just said that. I hate people when they just don't put no signals on and expect you to understand that they're trying to get over this. She yanked her car over. Like, I don't give a damn. Yank your car over, bitch. That's your car, not mine. Oh my God. I can't. Seriously, I can't. That's why I hate driving. Like, I really wish like there was like a way to just go, travel without a car, because it would be so much easier if we had modern transportation and we didn't have to take cars, because you have angry drivers on the road and it just makes zero sense when, you don't use your signals, but you expect somebody to understand you. Like, I'm not a mind reader, ma'am. So, I'm sorry. Anyway, back to my story. They tried to figure out what the solution is to their problem, and it was a very beautiful background with the Ferris wheel and everything. I'd never seen anything that big before, but it was gorgeous, and so it made it a very personable, one-on-one private conversation. And And dude was just tearing up and crying the whole time because he feels really bad, like why he's got this phobia and he can't deal with it very much. And he had talked to his mom, so I don't know. Earlier he had spoke to his mom and everything, but they got cut off, and I guess maybe that contributed to his, meltdown. But he had like a mini meltdown with Mix, and then I never did see them go eat, so I don't know if they went and ate together or not. And then after that, um, trying to think if there was anything else, but I'm definitely going to continue to watch it. I really like the actor who plays Dio. He was in that BL series called Make It Right, and he was like one of the lead actors in it, and he was very, very good. I forget his name as an actor, but Make It Right was one of my favorite BLs that I could just watch that over and over and over again. It's that good. And I've seen all the spin-offs, the concerts, and everything with them. And this mixed character, I've seen him before in something, I just can't remember what. But the two of them make a really good couple in this series, even though it's kind of strange to see that actor playing this part of Deal with a different BL actor as the lead. They brought his little friend in from Make It Right as a cameo. He was like a delivery driver. They hung out and ate together. And then delivery driver, he just kind of like, this dude is weird. I don't want anything to do with him. Like he tried to make friends with him. I was just like, oh, this is weird because them two were together and Make It Right as the lead actors. And now the one can't stand him. Like it's just bizarre, but they put him with this new guy that plays Mix, this new Thai actor. They're going to be like, I guess, a BL couple in this. Um, You'll Never Eat Alone, but I don't see a relationship in this just yet because it's all about Dew's fear of eating alone. Like it is just the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Like of all the phobias and weird things to have, that is the most bizarre. It's like you won't eat unless somebody's with you. And but it's very stylized the way that they're putting this BL together. Like all of the colors are yellow. Like the walls are yellow. The clothing they wear has got a lot of yellow, almost a mustardy kind of canary red yellow. Yellow color. And so it's themed very strange. Like a kind of reminds me of like I would say like Dollhouse or something. Like have you ever seen a Dollhouse? Some dollhouses have very themed looks to them. And so it's very yellow, like everything's yellow. There's yellow backpacks, yellow clothes, yellow walls, yellow everything. And then like the signage that is the beginning of the show that says You'll Never Eat Alone, when it pops up, the little hearts in the house and that, it's all yellow. Like everything is yellow in this series. So it kind of makes it a little bit uniform, I guess. I don't know, but it's very strange. And so I guess the more I watch it, the more I understand it. I just don't get it right now. I'm just like lost in translation. I'm just happy to see the character who's playing Dio, and that's why I'm watching it because I'm obsessed with him. He's very cute, and he's very unique looking. Like he's a very handsome guy. So I'm so glad that he's still working and still acting and performing because he's a good actor. He can cry on a dime. He can make you believe there he's doing. Like he's very good at his craft. So I'm very is working and his little friend make a cameo in his new film is very nice too because you can see they're still working and performing actors and stuff like that. They need to bring back another episode of Make It Right reunion. Maybe they have a baby by now or something, but I don't know if that's possible because a lot of these BLs come from books and stuff like that. So whoever owns the rights to the books be like, don't you come in with this, they would have to probably approve it or something like that. I don't know if they would, but I don't know. Let's see if I can get out. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm almost to my destination. Finally. And so, in closing, if you make your way over to my YouTube page, it is Princess Ariel M. Like, share, subscribe. You can donate on my PayPal or my Cash App if you want to see better videos, better quality. That stuff takes money and equipment that I don't have to purchase. So I'm doing the card chats right now because I really, to be honest with you, this pandemic has worn me to shreds. Seriously, I can't deal. And so since I can't deal, I don't really have a whole lot of energy to have a creative mind at this particular point in time. And I don't have a whole lot of energy as far as doing my cosplay and stuff. I'm collecting a lot of mermaid costumes. I need to lose a little bit more weight because, as you can see, I'm just like all chunk right now. My face is all swelled up. I look a little weird, but it's okay. It's all good. I can still work with it. And so I don't feel like singing right now. I do sing a little bit when I'm around the house a little bit, but I don't want to post singing right now because I just don't feel, I feel out of sorts, like if that makes sense. And I think it's because I subconsciously worry about everything. And when you're worrying, worrying is not good. I try to limit how much news I watch. I limit, how much TikTok and stuff like that I listen to because there's a lot of negative stuff on there. And I'm an empath, so empath people can take on people's emotions and feelings and stuff that um, have nothing to do with them. If they're feeling sorry for somebody, it'll literally make you lay down in the bed. So when I found out my girlfriend's parents had died, both her stepfather, stepmom is just gone, and within weeks of each other, they've already had the funeral for the stepfather. It really took me back to when when my parent, like my last parent died, which was my father, and I lived with him, and just witnessing that, it sucks the energy out of you. I have to lay down. So I try to be there for her because she's such a nice person, and try to support her any way I can. Just positivity and be strong, and um, just think about other people. Like, there's a lot of people dying right now, suffering with a pandemic, and other people are very selfish. They don't care. They're just going about their life like, oh, well, it ain't my family until it hits you. And then you want people to feel sorry for you, but you don't care about anybody else until it impacts your family. It's kind of crazy. And so you have a lot of that going on right now. And hopefully, I'm praying that, the the stuff, the vaccines that they have work, and then we can get back to a normal life. But until then, we have to keep doing masks and stuff. So I'm gonna go buy some supplies. I've got orders and things that I need to be working on, and then get back home. So thank you guys for listening. If you're on Facebook, I'm Ariel Emmy. You can subscribe to me there. Like I said, I do a lot of crafting, karaoke, cosplay, and car chats. And we keep it casual here because I just do the BL series, which is boys loves, girls loves, and then I do the straight stuff too, mostly Thailand, Philippines on YouTube. So if you like any of that kind of stuff, subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I'm pretty much an open book. So that's that. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.